Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have one of my former brides with me. Her name is Jana, and Jana just recently opened up her own jewelry boutique, and so her and I just decided, why don't we just do something more bridal inspired makeup look. And she has a stunning collection of jewelry, as you can see already. So we just thought, okay, you know what, bring some outfit, bring some jewelry, and let's do a look. I have actually previously done her Nikah, Mehndi, and reception makeup, so yeah, I had a great time with her. So this is actually one of my former bride who now is going to be my model for the day. Now, first thing first, I've already applied makeup setting spray on her face. This is to help me prepare her skin for the next step. Now, I always like to start with eye makeup for brides only, because a lot of times if there's any fallout of the eyeshadow, it's easier to clean up at the end because, you know, you haven't yet worked with the base. So I can always go in and clear the bottom eyes out. The under eye area out and nicely prepare it for the base. So I always, for brides, I like to start with the eyes first. It's just how I like it. Sometimes I like it the other way around, but depending what colors I'm using. Once I'm done with the concealer, I'm going to now go on to her brow bone. For that, I'm using an actual highlighter. This is by Inglot Cosmetics, and it is in Soft Sparkle 51. I always like to use a highlighter on the brow bone and the inner corners just because it pops out a lot more than just an eyeshadow. The first color that I'm using on her crease is actually by MAC Cosmetics, and it is in the color Lime, which is the same color as her outfit. The reason why I'm using a similar color for her eyes, because I know that this color is not super bright. It's not like I'm wearing a dark blue outfit and a dark blue eyes or something. I'm keeping it very subtle. So the eye color is automatically very, very subtle. Now, the color that I'm dabbing all over her eyes is called Lucky Green, also by MAC Cosmetics, and it has a little bit of shimmer into it, although the color is very close to her crease color. Now, once I'm done applying that, I'm also going to apply the same eyeshadow on her bottom eyes as well. Now for her lid, I'm going to use my fingertips to apply the color called Amberlight. This is also by MAC Cosmetics. And I'm just like slowly applying that on her lid only, the mid section of her lid. That's it, to make it pop a little bit more. Now for the inner corners, I'm using, For the lid, I'm using this glitter, also by MAC Cosmetics, in Flash and Dash. Now today's foundation routine is going to be a little different. I'm not going to apply foundation first. I'm actually doing her highlight and contour first. So you will see a crazy look at the beginning, but as soon as I apply the foundation of her color, you will see like it all disappearing and it will look more normal and less scarier. But as you can see, as we always do, we apply a highlighter that's a couple of shades lighter, and then we apply contour that's a couple of shades darker than the skin tone. So it makes sense because today's makeup is kind of like a reverse contour and highlight. So we are doing the contour and highlight first before applying the foundation. So now today we are going to do the highlight contour first, and then as you can see, I'm applying her foundation of her skin tone now, and it's slowly looking a lot prettier because now it's all nice and blended. I don't know why I have done it this way. I have seen a lot of other makeup artists do it this way. I just wanted to try it on her, but honestly guys, this looked just amazing. I thought this looks better than just doing foundation and then doing highlight contour, because that way there's a huge difference between the highlight and contour areas. But when you do your highlight and contour first and then apply the foundation, it looks a lot better. I mean, clearly this makeup was just beautiful. Now, when I'm setting her under eyes for all of that, I'm using Laura Mercier's translucent powder, and I always like to set the under eyes first, and then I like to use the rest of the powder to set the rest of the face. And the way I always like to do it is I always like to take a whole bunch and dab the powder, just like how Patrick Star does it. But Patrick Star always takes like a sponge and like kind of like dabs it all over his face. I like to be a little more fancier, and I like to use a brush with it. It's always nice that way. Now for contour, I'm using this contour by Kiss New York, and I believe it is in the palette shade medium. I have to say this, guys, like Kiss New York, I have been getting a lot of PR packages from these guys, but they are genuinely a really good company, and I've been using them quite a lot in literally for my daily use. Like even their foundation was amazing. I will actually come up with a video with using their products, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna love them too. Now for the eyebrows, I'm using my Goof Proof Pencil by Benefit in shade 04. And it's okay to go a couple shades darker with the eyebrows, just because the eyeshadow is very light, so you don't want it to wash out the eyes a lot. So you want to keep a little intensity to the eyes, because you know at the end of the day you're doing bridal makeup. You do want it to look a little more nicer and a little more extra dramatic than a regular day makeup. Now for the eyes, I've used NYX liquid liner in shade black. And I'm lining it really thin because she has hooded eyes, and I have done her bridal makeup, so I know her eyes so well, but she has hooded eyes, so as soon as she opens her eyes, I don't want her eyes to look small. So the goal is to make her eyes look more elongated. On the sideways, I want her eyes to look more longer, because I know that when she opens her eyes, it's not going to look huge in terms of the width. So the idea is always to make it more longer. Now I've already applied a little bit of eyeshadow on top of that eyeliner that I've applied earlier, and I sort of smudged it, and I'm doing it again using a black eyeshadow, but after applying the lashes. Now for the lashes, I've used Kiss Products lashes. These are like almost like a demi-wispy kind of thing. I will write down the number down below on the description box, but it's a very natural pair of lashes, and I've seen a lot of these actresses like Priyanka Chopra, Deepika Padukone use this quite a bit, and it looks really nice. You can always stack them up to make it look more dramatic. If not, you can always put just one. For the cheeks, I went with a little more pinky flushy tone, so I went with the two shades. One was, they're both by Milani. One is Rose d'Oro, and the other one is Bella Rose. And I'm just creating a very vivid contour line, so that way it doesn't look messy. It looks a very sharp and defined line. So here it just nicely cleans up the entire area. Once it's done, I'm dusting out that excess powder using a brush. Now to set all of that, I'm going to again use my Maybelline makeup setting spray. And first thing first, using my fingertip, I'm going to dab a little bit of highlight powder on the bridge of her nose and on the tip of her nose. And then I'm going to go with my fan brush, and I'm just going to fan it on top of her cupid bow, her chin, her higher points of her forehead. Just that's where I'm doing it. And exactly on the higher points of her cheeks. I almost forgot how nice a fan brush is. Fan brush is easier to use on others. I find like it's quite difficult to use it on myself. But on my brides, I definitely go with a fan brush because it sits very nicely on the higher points of the cheeks. This highlighter is actually by Inglot Cosmetics, and it is in a Soft Sparkle 51. I told you, it's a beautiful highlighter. Now, I don't like the intensity of the highlighter, so I'm just softening it down. Oh my god, I can't speak today. I'm softening it down using a beauty blender. And moving on to the lips, I'm using Fiore by Stila Cosmetics. And I'm just cleaning up the sides using a concealer. Once it's done, I like to top it up with a little bit of gloss, just a tiny little bit of gloss, because liquid lipstick can be really drying on brides, so I like to top it up with a little bit, because I know it will dry up and it will look very nice and normal, and it will feel very hydrated for the brides as well. So this is the entire look, guys, and this is a side-to-side view of the bridal makeup look. Once we're done, I'm gonna start putting on the jewelries. Honestly, guys, the Matapati was so beautiful. I actually ended up buying them. I literally ended up buying them. And oh, by the way, I got one entire set with the matha patti and the nut and the whole jewelry thing. It looks the exact same thing as Anushka Sharma's wedding. So if you guys want me to recreate that wedding thing right now, I will be totally down for it because I have a similar looking jewelry. I don't like to recreate a celebrity makeup look just because I know I don't have the proper jewelry or the outfit. At least it has to match somewhat before I can recreate it. So that's why I didn't do it for a long time. But if you want me to do a recreation of Anushka Sharma, I'm definitely down for it. So yeah, this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. This is one of my by far the most favorite look. I loved her makeup look. I honestly love her every time I dress her up. I think she's a cute, beautiful bride. Like, she's so stunning. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Also, I will link down below her jewelry website to her Instagram page as well. Do not forget to check that out. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.